Hello, this is Mr. Leopold. Welcome to a short discussion of Unit 3, Lesson 10, Comparing Proportional Relationships. So first off, how do we describe two variables changing? We've been dealing with x and y and two things changing. They're related mathematically. How can we describe it? Well, we can use words. You can say one goes up by a certain amount when the other one goes up and so forth. You can describe it in words. You can make a table, x and y, and if you're comparing two things, you'd have to have two different tables, right? You can compare the two tables and see how they change. You could graph it, and personally, I like the graphing method best. You can see what's happening. If you look over here at this chart, this is dealing with the cost for y based on the number of pounds of fruit you're buying. So, for instance, if you're buying plums, you put some in a bag and you put it in the store and you weigh it, and if it's weigh 2 pounds, it costs so much. If 4 pounds, it would cost a lot more, right? 5 pounds, it would cost more. Now, peaches, you can see how it's going up with the curve's relationship there of pounds versus cost. So I like the graphing method. You can always see what's happening, see how it's changing. So if I asked you which one costs more per pound, peaches or plums, what would you say? You'd say peaches, right? Good. Now, about one more point here. This is a proportional relationship, means it starts with 0 and it goes up in a straight line. These are proportional. This goes to the origin. Now, if you had a line starting up here, it would not be proportional, but you could still discuss how it's changing. We've been calling that slope or rate of change. So once again, the rate of change or the slope for peaches is more than it is for plums, and you can actually put a number to it. So once again, describing things with words, table, graph, or an equation. Y equals 3x would be, it goes up 3 is the slope. It would go up 3 pounds every time you go up for, $3 for each pound. And this one here might be $5 for each pound. It's not exactly, I just made up an equation, but you could graph things and get the exact equations. You can compare it that way. That whatever y equals 5x, it's going to go up higher. It's going to change more than y equals 3x. So moving on, this is your little assignment for before Class Connect. It's lifting an object. Two cranes lifted equally heavy objects straight up at the same time. So imagine a crane lifting it up from the, and this is one of them is described by the graph, and you can see time in minutes and height. The other one is described by a table, time in minutes and height. So look at both of them carefully, and the question is which object, A or B, was lifted at a faster rate? Explain how you know. So there's a lot of things we could talk about with this, but what's the faster rate? What has the greater slope? And as a little hint, if you graph the object B over on the over here, you can compare the two graphically, and you can see it. But which one's going up at a faster rate? So bring that to Class Connect, and just we'll be prepared to discuss it with other students. And thank you for your time. Have a great day.